Hey, and welcome back to Celeste. This is my first recording in a bit, so I believe we finished 2 of the areas. One more to go. Just a little note giving us a hint as to, yeah, the hotel is indeed closed down. Find a poorly hidden secret here. So this is the Pico-8. It's a game within a game, as I slowly figure out here. Yeah, so this is actually a reference to the original Providence, the creation of this game, Celeste. Was originally developed for a system called the Pico-8, I believe, which is like an arcade system, I think. But it was developed in 4 days for a game jam, which, for those who are not familiar, is like a short period of time in which you build a game. Kind of like NaNoWriMo, the writing month, but it's usually like only a handful of days, and you have to fully develop a game in that time with a team. So yeah, Celeste was originally made in a game jam, and I don't know what the original looks like, but this kind of de-resed version, low-res version, is, I think, a tribute to that. I don't know if it's the actual thing. But yeah, this is a secret that you can find in this level. Once you exit out of it, it allows you to access it from the main menu, so you don't have to worry about like coming halfway through this level if you just want to play the Pico-8. I don't really know if it means anything. I mean, in terms of progression, I feel like there's probably an achievement for beating it, which I don't. Spoiler alert. But yeah, since this is kind of reminiscent of the creation of the game, I thought I'd use it as a chance to talk a little bit about some of how this game came to be. So the game jam. And then, so the creators of this game are the creators of a game called Towerfall, and that was their first major game, which I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I actually used to own something called an Ouya, which was like an Android-based video game system that was like on Kickstarter. It wasn't terribly expensive, but it was one of the first things that you could get Towerfall on, was the Ouya. And it was basically an open source console and had a bunch of really odd games, and then you could also, like, any Android game that used a controller you could load onto it. So I'm pretty sure you could like load up an emulator, play a bunch of SNES games or whatever on it if you really wanted to. I didn't get that far. I mostly used it for Towerfall, which I later got for the PlayStation. It's also on PS4. I'm not sure what else, but Towerfall is a versus game where you're dashing around trying to shoot arrows at each other. It also has an 8-way dash, very similar to this, like jump then dash, along with like very similar like wall climbing mechanics. So there's definitely some inspiration there. Celeste has taken inspiration from Towerfall, is what I mean to say. But yeah, so it sounds like the creators had a a concept. They, enjoyed the gameplay from the game jam, um, and decided to expand it into a full game, which I believe they did over the course of a couple years. Um, but yeah, I intrigued generally by things like that when, uh, you know, they always say about restrictions breed creativity. I think that's, evidenced here is the having to come up with a game idea and execute it in 4 or 5 days, could give you a concept that turns out to be very worthy of growing into a full standalone game. Um, Sounds like that's what happened here. Don't really have much to say about this specific Pico-8 thing. It's entertaining. It's the mechanics are basically the same. You can't grab onto walls, like you can't grip. You can just like do double jumps off of walls. But other than that, it's pretty similar. You can see the little diamonds are replaced by these um, balloons. Um, but yeah, I think it's just a fun little Easter egg. I didn't complete it. See, there's some secrets here, I guess. Oh, I understand now how to get that strawberry. I didn't get it before. Okay. If I come back here, I'd know. You just go over it and then dash, and then it will rise up into you. That's how you do it. I thought there was some like secret, like you gotta come back. I was overthinking this, obviously. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna let the rest of this run out because I don't feel like there's terribly too much to say about it. Feel free to keep watching if you're interested. If not, you can just skip on to the next episode, which will which will continue the playthrough of level 3, the resort. Cool. Thanks. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, it was around this point where I was thinking, like, how long is this thing going on? I don't know, this was just a fun little side thing. Um, and so yeah, I decided save the rest of this for later. I really wanted to finish level 3. Um, so I just exited out. But yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next episode.